Have you ever felt frustrated because you translate every sentence in your head before speaking English? This is a common issue faced by many English learners, and it can significantly hinder your ability to communicate effectively. When you constantly have to translate from your native language to English, the communication process becomes slow and cumbersome. This not only diminishes your confidence, but also affects your ability to understand and respond quickly in conversations. You might find yourself missing out on opportunities to express your thoughts simply because your brain is working overtime to find the right words in English. Thinking in English is a crucial skill that helps you become a more confident and fluent speaker. When you can think directly in English, you'll respond faster, express ideas more naturally, and improve your listening skills as well. Imagine being able to engage in conversations without pausing to translate or feeling anxious about making mistakes. This level of fluency can open doors to new opportunities, whether in your personal life, academic pursuits, or professional career. In this article, I'm going to show you how to train your brain to think directly in English, so you can speak more fluently and naturally. You will learn practical techniques that you can start using right away, making the process of thinking in English feel more accessible and less daunting. By applying the strategies and techniques that I will share, you will find that thinking in English is not just an achievable goal, but also an exciting journey filled with growth and discovery. So, get ready to explore how you can make English your language of thought and enhance your overall communication skills. Now, let's dive deeper into why thinking in English is so important for learners. Why thinking in English is important. Thinking in English is essential for anyone looking to improve their fluency and overall communication skills. One major reason for this is the delay that occurs when you rely on your native language. When you think in your first language and then translate your thoughts into English, your brain is essentially working twice as hard. This creates a significant lag between what you want to say and when you actually say it. As a result, you might miss opportunities to engage in conversations, and your responses may not be as fluid or natural as you would like. Furthermore, this translation process can lead to misunderstandings. Sometimes, the way a sentence is structured in your native language does not translate directly into English. For instance, if someone translates "I am cold" word for word from another language, they might say "I have cold," which sounds awkward and unnatural in English. This is why thinking in English helps you form sentences in a way that aligns with how native speakers communicate, allowing you to express yourself more clearly and effectively. Another significant benefit of thinking in English is the boost it provides to your confidence. When you train your brain to think in English, you become more accustomed to the language. Words and phrases will come to you more quickly, reducing the time spent pausing to translate in your head. You will find that you can respond naturally and smoothly in conversations, which enhances your overall communication experience. Additionally, thinking in English improves your listening skills. When your brain is tuned into English, it processes conversations more rapidly, allowing you to understand others better. This skill is invaluable not only in casual conversations, but also when watching movies or listening to music, where recognizing words instantly becomes second nature. In summary, thinking in English is crucial for speaking faster, boosting your confidence, improving your listening skills, and enhancing your pronunciation. Now that we understand the importance of this skill, let's discuss some common mistakes that often hold learners back from thinking in English. Common mistakes that hinder thinking in English. As you embark on the journey to think in English, it's important to recognize the common mistakes that can impede your progress. Many learners may not even realize they are making these errors, but once identified, correcting them can lead to significant improvements in fluency. One of the most prevalent mistakes is relying too much on translation. When you habitually translate from your native language, your brain never adapts to thinking in English directly. It's akin to riding a bicycle with training wheels. You need to trust your brain to form sentences naturally in English instead of constantly searching for the right translation. This reliance on translation can create a mental block, hindering your ability to communicate effectively. Another common pitfall is focusing excessively on grammar. Many learners strive for perfection, trying to craft flawless sentences in their minds before speaking. While grammar is important, overthinking it can slow you down significantly. Native speakers don't pause to check every grammatical rule while talking. They simply speak. Remember, even native speakers make grammar mistakes sometimes. Embracing imperfections in your speech will help you become more fluent and confident. Fear of making mistakes is yet another barrier. Some learners are so afraid of saying something wrong that they hold back from thinking or speaking in English altogether. However, making mistakes is a natural part of the learning process. The more you practice thinking in English, the better you will get. Don't let the fear of imperfection stop you from expressing yourself. Fluency comes with practice, not perfection. Strategies to train your brain to think in English. Now that we've discussed the common mistakes that can hinder your ability to think in English, let's delve into some effective strategies you can implement to train your brain. These techniques are designed to help you start thinking in English naturally, making the process smoother and more intuitive. Step 1. Name things around you in English. One of the simplest yet most effective habits is to name objects around you in English. Whether you're at home, in the office, or out in public, practice identifying items in your environment. For example, if you're in your living room, think to yourself, couch, table, lamp, television. To take it a step further, describe what you're doing with these objects. Instead of just thinking cup, you might think, I am drinking coffee from my cup. This practice helps your brain connect everyday life with English, making it feel more natural over time. Step 2. Talk to yourself in English. Talking to yourself in English may feel a bit strange at first, but it's one of the best ways to start thinking in the language. You can do this anywhere while cooking, getting dressed, or walking outside. Simply narrate your actions in English, such as, I am putting on my shoes, or it's a sunny day. This technique not only builds your vocabulary, but also reinforces the habit of thinking in English without the pressure of speaking to someone else. Step 3. Use an English to English dictionary. Many learners still rely on dictionaries that translate words into their native language, but switching to an English to English dictionary can be a game changer. When you come across a new word, look it up in an English dictionary rather than translating it. For example, if you don't know the word excited, instead of translating it, find the definition, feeling very happy and eager. This approach helps your brain to connect words and concepts directly in English, enhancing your vocabulary and comprehension. Step 4. Think in simple sentences first. As you work on thinking in English, start with simple sentences. Many learners try to think in complex structures too soon, which can lead to frustration. Instead, begin with short, straightforward thoughts. For instance, rather than thinking, "I should go to the store because I need to buy some vegetables for dinner," simplify it to, "I need vegetables." As you become more comfortable, your sentences will naturally grow longer and more complex. Step 5. Develop an English inner voice. Creating an internal dialogue in English can significantly accelerate your ability to think in the language. Instead of thinking in your native language, have little conversations with yourself in English. For example, while planning your day, think, "What should I do first? Maybe I'll start with breakfast." This practice transforms your thoughts into an English dialogue, making it one of the fastest ways to start thinking in the language effortlessly. Step 6. Surround yourself with English. The more you expose yourself to English, the more natural it will become. Aim to immerse yourself in the language as much as possible. Listen to English podcasts, watch English movies or TV shows, and read books or articles in English. This exposure helps your brain to start processing English automatically, making it easier to think in the language. By incorporating these strategies into your daily routine, you will gradually train your brain to think in English instead of relying on translation. Now that you have a toolkit of techniques, let's explore daily exercises that can help reinforce these strategies and make thinking in English a permanent habit. Daily exercises to reinforce thinking in English. To solidify your ability to think in English, it's essential to incorporate daily exercises into your routine. These exercises are designed to be engaging, practical, and easily integrated into your day-to-day life. By consistently practicing these activities, you will strengthen your English thinking skills and enhance your overall fluency. Exercise 1. Journaling in English. Start a daily journal where you write your thoughts, experiences, or reflections in English. This exercise encourages you to articulate your feelings and ideas without the pressure of speaking. Begin with simple entries, such as describing your day or listing things you are grateful for. Over time, challenge yourself to elaborate on your thoughts, adding more detail and complexity. Journaling not only helps you think in English, but also improves your writing skills. Exercise 2. Shadowing technique. The shadowing technique involves listening to spoken English and repeating it immediately after. Choose short audio clips, such as dialogues from movies or podcasts, and mimic the speaker's pronunciation, intonation, and rhythm. This exercise trains your brain to process English in real time and helps you internalize correct sentence structures. As you shadow, try to visualize the meaning behind the words rather than translating them, allowing your brain to make the connection in English. Exercise 3. Daily conversations. If possible, find a language partner or join a conversation group where you can practice speaking English regularly. Engaging in conversations forces you to think on your feet and respond quickly, which is crucial for developing fluency. If you don't have access to a partner, practice speaking to yourself about various topics, such as your favorite hobbies, current events, or future plans. The key is to keep the conversation flowing and avoid pausing to translate. Exercise 4. Vocabulary flashcards. Create flashcards with English words and their definitions in English. Instead of translating into your native language, write a synonym or a sentence using the word on the other side of the card. For example, for the word happy, you might write feeling joy or I feel happy when I see my friends. Regularly review these flashcards to reinforce your vocabulary and deepen your understanding of how words are used in context. Exercise 5. Engage with English media. Make it a habit to consume English media daily. Whether it's watching a news segment, listening to a podcast, or reading an article, choose topics that interest you. After engaging with the material, summarize what you learned in English. This not only reinforces your understanding, but also encourages you to think critically in the language. Discuss the content with friends or write a brief reflection to practice articulating your thoughts. Exercise 6. Mind mapping. Use mind maps to visually organize your thoughts in English. Start with a central idea in the middle and branch out with related concepts, vocabulary, or phrases. For example, if your main topic is travel, you could branch out into destinations, activities, and food. This exercise helps you think in English by visually connecting words and ideas, making it easier to recall them when speaking or writing. By incorporating these daily exercises into your routine, you will create a rich environment for your brain to think in English. Consistency is key. The more you practice, the more natural it will feel to express your thoughts without translation. 6. Coping with challenges in the learning process. Learning English can be a fulfilling experience, but it often comes with its own set of challenges. Addressing these challenges effectively is crucial for maintaining motivation and progress. Here are some strategies to help you cope with common obstacles, including overcoming the fear of making mistakes, dealing with the feeling of being stuck due to limited vocabulary, and tracking your progress to stay motivated. 1. Overcoming the fear of making mistakes. Fear of making mistakes is one of the biggest barriers to speaking and writing in English. Many learners hesitate to express themselves because they worry about being judged or misunderstood. To overcome this fear, it's essential to shift your mindset. Understand that making mistakes is a natural part of the learning process and an opportunity for growth. Start by practicing in low-pressure environments, such as with friends or language partners who are supportive. You can also engage in self-talk, reminding yourself that every fluent speaker was once a beginner. Embrace the idea that mistakes are valuable learning tools. Celebrate small victories and recognize that each error brings you closer to fluency. 2. Solutions for feeling stuck due to limited vocabulary. Feeling stuck because of a limited vocabulary can be frustrating. When you can't find the right words, it may seem daunting to express your thoughts. To tackle this challenge, actively expand your vocabulary through various methods. Use flashcards to learn new words and try to incorporate them into your daily conversations. Reading books, articles, or watching movies in English can also expose you to new vocabulary and context, making it easier to remember. When you encounter unfamiliar words, don't hesitate to look them up and use them in sentences. Additionally, practice paraphrasing, expressing the same idea using different words can help you communicate effectively even when you lack specific vocabulary. 3. Tracking progress to maintain motivation. Monitoring your progress is essential for staying motivated throughout your learning journey. Set specific, achievable goals and keep track of your accomplishments. You can create a learning journal where you document new words learned, topics studied, and milestones reached. Reflecting on your progress will help you see how far you've come and reinforce your commitment to learning. Regularly reviewing your goals can also keep you focused. Celebrate your achievements, no matter how small, to maintain a positive mindset. Consider using apps or tools that allow you to visualize your progress, such as language learning platforms that track your daily practice. This visual representation can serve as a powerful motivator, encouraging you to continue pushing forward. By implementing these strategies, you can effectively cope with the challenges that arise while learning English. Embrace the journey, celebrate your progress, and remember that persistence is key to achieving fluency. With dedication and the right mindset, you can overcome obstacles and thrive in your English learning experience. Conclusion. In your journey to learn English, facing challenges such as fear of making mistakes, feeling stuck due to limited vocabulary, and tracking your progress is entirely normal. To overcome the fear of making mistakes, it's essential to shift your mindset and view errors as valuable learning opportunities. When you feel stuck, proactively expand your vocabulary through reading, listening, and practicing regularly. Finally, monitoring your progress will help you maintain motivation and recognize the strides you've made. Start practicing today. Don't hesitate to seek opportunities to use English in your daily life. Whether it's engaging in small conversations or writing simple texts, every bit of practice adds value to your learning experience. Remember, learning English is a journey that requires time and patience. You will encounter difficulties along the way, but persistence and determination are key. Every effort you put in contributes to your overall progress. Trust in your ability to improve and continue moving forward on this learning path. Your dedication and patience will ultimately lead you to achieve the fluency you desire. So, take that first step today and turn your dreams into reality.